Now I am going to tell you how to do the bars formatting. There are two options. So first one is the go to the view toolbar, expand it, and here you can see this bars button. So either you will click on this one, this window will be prompted up, or other option is that on the Gantt chart, right click and press the bars button. So this window is going to be open. So here you can format your bars. For example, if you want to assign the baseline, so you have to check mark this one, primary baseline. So it is its preview is also showing here. If you want to change the shape of that bar, you can click from here and you can see its preview is showing here. So its thickness can be increased, and here you want to change the color, you can do that one as well. If you want to change the pattern of that bar, you can also select from here. Its display or preview is also being shown here. So I'm going to keep it as it was. And second thing is that if you want to see the baseline, so in which row you want to see, you know that when we will compare the progress with the planned progress or with the baseline, so we have to define both of these bars, primary baseline as well as the actual work and remaining work. So here one bar will come, you can see this bar is showing at the row 1 and primary baseline is showing at the row 2. It means that our primary baseline will be showing under the actual work. So if I apply here, you can see okay, apply. If you see here in the Gantt chart, you can see that our baseline is coming under the remaining work line. So right now we have not defined the baseline and we have not finalized the schedule yet. So all the bars are matching, but the purpose of showing you this picture is that how you can use the row feature of formatting the bar. So I'm going to change the row of primary baseline as well. So I'm going to click on the bars again. So I want to put the target or primary baseline as on the row 1, and I want to show the actual work and remaining work on the level 2. Remaining work level 2, critical on the level 2. I will apply, and now you can see that primary baseline has shifted onto the row 1 and the actual or remaining work is showing on the row 2. So again, I'm going to I'm going in the bars format. If you want to change the bar settings, you can do from here. Bar necking settings, grouping band settings you can do from here, and bar labels if you want to mention some labels on the Gantt chart, you can use from here. In this way you can add from here, and you can see that where you want to add the labels, either on the right side, on the bottom, left, etc. You can define the position from here. Then you will go to the label what you want to assign to the activity on the Gantt chart. So if you want to here you can see on the right side that the name is activity name is defined with on the right side with the Gantt chart. So in this way you can customize according to your requirement. Now I will tell you how to do the columns customization, how to add the columns, how to change the width of the columns, how to add new columns, how to delete the previous column. So there are two options of going into the column field. One is this icon. You can click on this button. You can go to the columns customization field. Second one is going into the view, and here you can see the columns option as well. And the third one, which we were using previously, just right click and go to the columns option. Here you can customize the columns according to your requirement. Which column you require on the right side, you can check from this, you can get from this available option. Suppose we are going to get the one of the activity code to the right side, which I have already performed earlier, but for the sake of understanding in the column customization feature, I just want to tell you that how it will happen. I will just going to click on the right side, so you can see that it comes under the activity ID. I need it at the last, so I can use this arrow button, or I can just simply click and put where I need. So I have put on the last. In this way I can shift the fields up and down, and if I use the double arrow, all of the activities will all and on the left side, on all of the fields will shift from the left to the right side. So if you want to shift this one as it is, you can select this one. So I'm not going to save this one, so I will simply do cancel, and the things which we have shifted from the left to the right, it is not saved. So I will go again into the columns option. I will right click and go to the column field, and you can see that the changes has not been happened because we have not applied here. Same the other thing I want to tell you that how to edit the column. If I go to the edit option, here you can do the alignment as well. Either you want to keep the text or keep the information in the center, right or left, it's up to you. You can also adjust the width of the column from here, and you can also change the title from here as well. So it's up to you that if you want to change, keep this the heading as it is, or you want to change the title, it can be modified. Okay. Now I'm going to tell you how to do the formatting of time scale. For example, in the Gantt chart, if you want to change the months into weeks or days, you can customize according to your requirement. So in here you can see that I can move this Gantt chart here and there by using this magnifier button. So if you keep your mouse on this time scale, here the magnifier will appear, so it will squeeze in and out the time scale. Secondly, if you click here, and a pen will appear, so you can move your Gantt chart here and there. Then right click and go to the time scale option. Now here you can see that the time scale format, 2 lines, 3 lines. So here you can see on the right side that on the top year is defined, and on the bottom second level, second line, month is defined. So if you want to divide this time scale into 3 lines, you have to select 3 lines, but here we are keeping 2 lines. Then our time scale start is obviously definitely our time scale is going to start from the project start. If you click on this button, you can see all the options from where you want to give the start of your time scale. So ideally it should be PS, project start. If you want to change the font and color of the timeline, you can change from here, and here you can see the type. So we want it calendar wise, our distribution calendar wise. If you want fiscal year wise, you can select this one, or week of the year, then this one, but keep it as a calendar. Now here you can see the interval, date interval. It's up to you how you need the distribution, how you want the Gantt chart. So here I'm going to change it's up to weekday one, apply, and you can see that the our schedule is showing in the Gantt chart in the form of week wise, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So it's very difficult to print out this one. If the schedule is short of 2 months, then it's okay to use the week wise Gantt chart, but it's almost 1 year project, so I'm going to change the time scale again as a month per year per month. So I am going to apply here, and it is showing like here. Now I can do this one, zoom in out. Okay, in this way we can customize our time scale. Now I will tell you how to display the activity network diagram. Go to the view toolbar, show on top, and you can see here the activity network. You can see the activity network diagram here. On the left side, the WBS hierarchy is defined. So in the WBS, there are some activities are defined. So you can see that this one is the name of the WBS, and here all are the details of the activities. That these activities are linked with each other. You can see here that main production hall equipment layout is connected with the main production hall equipment design. So you can see the linkages and the details of these activities as well. But you have to select on the left side the WS in which you want to see the network diagram. If you click on the top level, you can see all the network diagram of all the activities. If I zoom in, you can see here that this is the name of the project. Here is the WBS of the milestone. In this you can see different milestone activities. Then coming to the engineering, you can have different activities. So all of these are linked with each other, and all this diagram is showing the network connectivity. So in this way you can use this network diagram for the printout to show your management, and you can customize the box according to your need as well. So I am going to zoom in, and if I want to change the feature or fields of this activity, I will simply do the right click, and I will go to the activity network options. So here you can see that in the activity box template, we have defined activity ID and name. If I want to change if I want to add some feature in this activity box template, I will go to the box template. Here you can see that field name, activity ID and name are already defined. I want to add one more field, that is original duration. So I am going to write here original duration. Here you can see this field has also been shown displayed here. So I will click OK, apply, and you can see here that activity name, activity ID, activity name, and its original duration is being shown here. So you can customize according to your needs. You can also change the font color, font size, background color, box color according to your needs as. If you want to go to the activity table and activity Gantt chart option, then go to the view, show on top. Here you can see the table Gantt chart options. I will click table. Here you can see the activity table has been displayed, but no Gantt chart is appeared yet. So I will go again into the view options, show on top, and Gantt chart. Now you can see that this activity table and Gantt chart appeared as it was before. We have displayed the activity network diagram.